When you press down on the gas pedal, you expect your car to accelerate smoothly, but if you are experiencing stalling, surging, or a complete lack of power, you might have a P0227 trouble code. This code stands for Throttle Position Sensor Switch C Circuit Low Input. In modern drive-by-wire systems, the gas pedal is not mechanically connected to the engine. Instead, a sensor tells the computer how far you have pressed the pedal, and the computer opens the throttle plate accordingly. This code means the computer is receiving a voltage signal from the throttle position sensor that is lower than the minimum expected value, usually dropping below 0.17 volts. When the signal drops this low, the computer thinks the sensor is broken or the circuit is cut, so it often puts the car into a limp mode where you have almost no throttle response to prevent accidents. The symptoms are usually immediate and can include a rough idle, the engine dying at stop signs, or the vehicle refusing to speed up even when you floor it. The most common causes are a loose or corroded connector, a short to ground in the signal wire, or the sensor itself failing internally due to wear and tear. To fix this, you need to start under the hood at the throttle body. Locate the throttle position sensor and inspect the wiring harness. Look for any wires that might be rubbing against the metal engine block, which would cause a short to ground. Make sure the connector is clicked in tight and free of moisture or dirt. If the visual inspection passes, you need to use a digital multimeter to test the circuit. You want to back probe the signal wire with the key on and engine off. As you manually open the throttle plate with your hand, you should see the voltage on your meter rise smoothly from around 0.5 volts closed to about 4.5 volts wide open. If the voltage stays stuck at 0 or drops out intermittently, the sensor is bad. You should also check the 5-volt reference wire coming from the computer to make sure the sensor is getting power. If you are missing that 5 volts, you might have a wiring break further back in the harness or a computer issue. If the sensor is bad, replacing it is usually straightforward, but be aware that some older sensors are adjustable. You might need to rotate the sensor slightly while watching your voltmeter to get the baseline voltage exactly right before tightening the screws. On newer cars, you will likely need to perform a throttle relearn procedure, which involves turning the key on and off in a specific pattern so the computer can learn the new closed position of the sensor. Once the repair is done, clear the code and drive the vehicle to verify that your throttle response is crisp and the hesitation is gone.